Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Lakilia, aka Lexi, aka Kiki Got the Keys, which is the name of my channel. Because I like to educate people. I like to be educated, right? Kiki Got the Keys. So, with that being said, today I wanted to make a video on what you have to do in the state of Texas in order to become a real estate agent or realtor. The difference between a real estate agent and a realtor is just the professional organization that we belong to. I am a realtor because I belong to the Texas Association of Realtors and also the National Association of Realtors. So I'm able to call myself a realtor. Someone who is not in that professional organization does not get to call themselves a realtor, and that's basically it. It's basically it. It's the fees and the dues that you pay in order to be tapped in to a professional network that will open doors up for additional education, additional networking opportunities, and also additional mentors. So it just gives you more opportunity to grow. But with that being said, I'm going to jump right into this video. So there's basically 2 pre-steps or 2 requirements that you would need to meet to start your journey. And then there's 6 steps once you purchase the class that you would need to follow. Well, I'll say 2.5 steps. Okay, so first you would need to figure out where you would want to do your class. Do you want to do it in person or do you want to do it online? I did mine online. Whew, it took me 3.5 months to finish 180 hours of non-stop audio. I chose the cheap route. See, I went online and purchased my class through Real Estate U. Real Estate U, $249. It's straight audio and reading. And then they have tools that you can use to stay on track, like these time journal, stuff like that. It's like it's a time, keep your time and stuff. But yeah, if you are a person that needs visual, this is not for you. If you are a person who lacks time management, this option ain't gonna be for you, because this is strictly off of what you do every day, and you have to be accountable for your time, and you have to listen and pay attention, because you can play that video all you want to and feel like you don't have to pay attention, but there are quizzes after that, and you can skip past the little mini quizzes and you be like, oh, I'm just gonna breeze through this. But by the time you finish the class, like at the end of the course, there is a final. There are 6 classes that you have to take, and after each one of them, you have to test out of it. You get 2 times. If you don't pass them 2 times, you're going to have to pay for that class again. So with Real Estate U, per class is $49. So now me, I didn't want to get him no more money, so I paid attention. I passed the first time. I passed each final I passed the first time. I don't want to play with these people, and I don't like playing with my money. Okay, so let's get into the prerequisites. So you have to buy a class, and you have to be 18, a U.S. citizen, or a lawfully admitted alien. I don't like that word, but that's what they say in the guidelines. That's what they say in the guidelines. And you have to be a resident of Texas. Okay, with that being said, after you meet those requirements, and I do actually, before you purchase the class, I do recommend going to trec.org, TREC, that's the Texas Real Estate Commission website, trec.org, and look for something called a fitness eligibility, and fill that form out. Tell them your information. If you got some stuff in your past you may be worried about, like old child support, bankruptcies, if somebody sued you, you're gonna need to fill that form out and send it in to them so they can tell you whether it's even worth your time and your money. So start there first. I filled out one because I filed for bankruptcy a couple of years ago, and I just wanted to make sure that was cleared up and done. They was like, oh yeah, it's discharged, you're good, go ahead, mind your business. So I did, and we're here. And you know, people have stuff in their past. Your past don't define who you are. You know, you make better choices, you move forward, we grow. So start there. Start there. Because, you know, I don't know who this is for, but the only way to change something is to change it. And the only way you can change anything is by action. Wishing it away it ain't gonna cut it. You're gonna have to put in some action to change the outcome. Because if you keep doing something expecting a different outcome, that's insanity. I'm not calling you insane. That's just the definition of insanity. So the only way to change it is to change it. And my friend Cherie told me the best advice one day at work. She told me, she say, Lexi, change your mind, change your life. And I've been living by that motto for the last 4 years. And my life has grown because of it. Okay? So moving on. So it's 6 steps. So you have to be 18, resident of Texas, a U.S. citizen, or a lawfully admitted alien. You buy your course, and then you done sent out for your fitness thing. You found out you fit. You ready to go. Okay, so once you purchase your course, there are 6 classes that you have to take in the state of Texas to get this 180 hours. So each course is 30 hours. So you have Principles of Real Estate 1 is 30 hours. Principles of Real Estate 2 is 30 hours. Law of Agency, Law of Contracts, Promulgated Contracts, and Real Estate Finance. I said 6 because I got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 6 classes. I have 7 check marks, but I'm showing y'all what I used to follow my steps when I was going through this and checking them off as I go, and I put a little extra on. So forgive me, but it's 6 classes, 30 hours a piece. Yeah, that equals 180 hours. So you have to pass each one of those classes. Each one of them have their own final. Like I said, you get 2 chances. If you don't pass it, you got to retake the test. I mean, you got to repurchase the class at $49. And you have to do it, and you get 2 times. And if you keep doing that and you never get past it, you'll never move forward. So you have to pass all 6 of these classes. And then once you pass all 6 of the classes, then you're eligible to sit for your national and your state exam, right? So in this process, when you're preparing for your national and state exam, you want to go ahead and start the process of getting your fingerprints and your background check done. That's a fee. Depending on where you go, I had to end up paying like $39.10 to go get my fingerprints and my background check done. By the time I was ready to go sit for my test, my background and my fingerprints were back, so I didn't have to worry about that because I was waiting to go take my test, and I was waiting for that stuff to come back at the same time. So when I did go take my test, I passed my national on the first time. It took me twice to pass the state of Texas test because some of the stuff on there, FYI, if you're looking at this and you from the state of Texas, know what brownfield, grayfield, and greenfield is, because those questions threw me for a loop. I didn't read it in none of the material. It was on Trek's website in their FAQs. So just know, read them FAQs on their website, and it'll help you with the state exam. But I passed the national test on April 30th, and I passed my state test on May 4th. Because I took both of them on the 30th, but I missed my state. I missed it by 2 questions. Broke my heart. But I studied that whole weekend, came back, knocked it out of the park. I think I don't know what my score. I would have to ask Trek how many questions I missed, but I remember it was only 2 questions on there I didn't know when I went and took it the second time. So don't be tricked by the way they ask questions either. Like, you have to really, really read the question and know your vocabulary. That's the secret to the test in Texas, is vocabulary words. That's your key. And reading the question all the way through. But okay, so now your background check, your fingerprints are back. Trek has all of your information. They have your passing scores. Sometimes that could take a couple of days for them to get it. So within about a week, you will get an update from Trek to say, hey, we've issued you your inactive sales license. Now that you have an inactive sales license, you can actually start to go get interviewed for, you can go interview brokerages. And what is that? A brokerage is a place where, or a broker, they have to sponsor your license in the state of Texas. You have to be an active sales agent for 4 years here in order to become a broker, and you have to take a broker's test and you have to pass that to do that. However, when you get a license here in the state of Texas as a real estate agent, you must hang your license with the broker, and they are basically overseeing you. So you ain't just out here just doing any and everything. You have to, they're not watching you like a hawk, but they are there to give you some guidance to make sure that you ain't just out here doing it and saying any and everything to any and everybody. So it's basically like your big brother. I'm not gonna say it's like your dad, because it's not like a dad. He's just, or she. It's just they just basically there to make sure that you are successful and you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, and you're also helping your clients. And when you have questions, they're there to help you with clients. See, I'm with eXp Realty, so I have a sponsor, I have a mentor, and of course my sponsoring broker. My broker here is currently right now is Tony King, because this is a video and it's gonna be on the internet. So as of today, he is my supervising broker and with the eXp Realty. There are several other brokers that are responsible for others here in the state of Texas, but he is my particular supervising broker. So but anyway, so once you get a sponsoring broker and that broker agrees to allow you to bring your license over, then now you have an active license. And then the real fun begins, because everything that you just learned, now you got to go learn what it's really like to be a real estate agent. So I'll make another video on what it's like after you pass the test and what it's really like to be a real estate agent, because it's a lot of behind the scenes things that a lot of people don't know that real estate agents have to know, have to do, and need to do in order to be successful in this business. And one of them is seeing my face and putting out content that that will help others. So I hope this video answers some questions, because I know a couple of you guys were in my inbox asking me what it took to become a real estate agent. So in the state of Texas, you have to pass 180 hours. Once you pass those 180 hours, you pass the national and state. And then you have to get a sponsoring broker. Once you get a sponsoring broker, then you have your active license. So yeah, and then once you get all of that, you still have, what is it? Is it 270 additional hours that we have to do in 2 years with continuing education? I have to go and take my legal update and legal update 1 and 2 classes before my renewal date in 2 years. So I've already started taking my classes, because I don't want to wait till the last minute, because that's a lot of hours and a lot of class. And when you have clients and showings and doing all that, you can kind of run out of time. So I suggest making sure that once you pass your test, you get with your brokerage, you learn all you need to do all your onboarding and all of that, learn all of the things that you need to learn about your brokerage, because I'm still currently learning. I told you 60 days in and I'm still learning. I am doing a lot of on-the-job stuff, and also still doing a lot of classwork in meetings and trainings, and just learning a lot. And I absolutely love it. I wouldn't even trade it for the world. I'm glad. It was the best decision I've ever made in my life, and I am so happy I did it. And if you are on the fence about becoming a real estate agent or a realtor, because I'm a realtor, because I belong to the Texas Association of Realtors and the National Association of Realtors, professional organizations that just give you that little zhuzh. Y'all see my bun? Little zhuzh. And it allows you to stand out from those who decided not to join the organizations and they just hold the title of real estate agent. It doesn't make them any less capable. It's just a professional, professional credentials that you can use that others cannot if you are not a part of those organizations. Now with EXP, we are required to be in those associations because we want to stand out. So we do. So with that being said, if you have any questions about becoming a real estate agent, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. If I have provided any information that you want to discuss further, I'm also open for conversations. If you want to discuss buying, selling, or leasing, I'm open to those conversations. If you are an investor who wants to speak to me, I am open to those conversations. So I do have a link to my calendar. Feel free to put yourself on my calendar and I will make a slot available for you. Again, it's your girl Lakilia, aka Lexi, aka Kiki Got the Keys, the YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, y'all. It helps me on my channel. It helps me in the algorithm, so YouTube can be like, who is that girl? And I can be like, hey, I'm Kiki Got the Keys. Nice to meet you. And then we can all be friends. Okay, I hope y'all like my video. Y'all have a great day. Be great on purpose. And remember, small wins are wins. It don't even matter. If you are a person that don't wake up and make up your bed every day, but you got up today and made up your bed, that's a win. Be proud of yourself. Y'all, love and light. Peace.